Campo track and field like just really has instilled like a love of running and being able to push myself through, like, even if like there were so many days when I was like, oh, I don't want to run today, or like I don't like, because it's hard if you have like a long day of school or just like not having a great day and being like, okay, I'm gonna go run like 8 miles now, but I'd always still like look forward to coming to practice because of the people that are on the team. And I think like being able to push yourselves when you like don't necessarily want to do it was like a good thing to learn to do, because I think it's important, like, because if you're able to push through like the days where you're not at your best and run those, like it'll make the days where you are feeling good so much better.
One of my first memories of track and cross country was not from Chuck, but from my PE teacher, former coach, Mr. Walsh. He said, you can tell the best runners from the worst runners just purely based off the warm-up. And so the first day I come to practice, I looked for that, and like pretty instantly I could see like who was really taking it seriously and who wasn't. And so I think I really, like, from that first day on, I wanted to be one of the ones that like took it really seriously. And so I'd say to like all the freshmen out there who really want to be good and really want to take the sport seriously, every warm up, everything you do should be like to the best it can be, because you never really know, like if you get injured a lot. I've known athletes that got injured a lot, and so like you never know what exercise you could have done better. So you should always do like each exercise like it's the one that like gets you farther away from those injuries.
I've always really liked our home meets, and in between races when you get to just go sit up in the bleachers and talk to people and get to know people before like racing and stuff. Like I always like on the line when I will see all my friends who are from other schools and getting to say hello and like good luck and then high fives and stuff after races, I think is cool.
There were, I know, a lot of seniors my freshman year. There was Richard Gong, JJ Yabu, Naveed Bouzarpour, Nikki Moore, Kyle Follett. All those guys really took it seriously, and you could see it. Like they were always in a pack in workouts, and it was just like it was almost intimidating, really, like to see them doing workouts, just like laughing you every time. But like it was really nice to see them, like they were going out there like every day. They were having fun with it, but they were also like taking it super seriously.
I would just really want to say that enjoy every minute of track and cross country, because it goes by way too fast, and try to get, like, it's a lot of work and it's fun to push yourself and see how like good or how far you can get, but like also have fun with it and make sure, like, because for track for me, like, yes, it was a lot of work and like pushing myself and wanting to get better, but also I made some of my best friends on this team, and I thought like the friends were like, and the people I met on the team were a bigger part of it.
You know, I've had my days where I felt very, just unmotivated, kind of, especially during injuries and stuff like that. But whenever you feel that way, always just keep persisting and keep your eye on the goal, because you're always able to accomplish whatever you can if you just believe. But it really does work that way if you think about it, because every action that you take inspired by your goals is one step closer to what you want to achieve. To be honest, I kind of utilized the strategy of goals during my junior and senior year, but I had to make it, be more realistic, like realistic goals, because, with injuries and stuff like that, it's kind of easy to get lost in, I can never do this, I can never do that. But just taking small steps at a time, I think, is important. So first of all, definitely work on your sleep. I struggled with this definitely my junior year, and that did cost me. But just small steps, like trying to do rollout, doing core, sleeping, because it's all going to benefit you in the end, whether you if you just put in the time. So just little things like that. Or like even before races, what my favorite thing to do was to eat oatmeal with blueberries and honey, and try to make it fun too. Like I loved adding the frozen blueberries and then eating that for lunch, and just things like that.
4 years of track And 2 years cross country here at Campo has really been a great experience for me. Obviously, I was part of the football team, but I knew that like football wasn't my best forte, my best ability. I knew that cross country was. I knew that like before I came in, I'd feel like develop this like strong like a passion and like strong like work ethic, because I knew that cross country was like a sport where you have to really like devote yourself to your training and like try your best, like do your best if you actually want to have success in it, if you want to be a dominant force. And that's just my advice to all of you. Just always have positive mindset. Always think that if you're struggling from a workout or something, or like a tough run, always say that like you can go harder, you can go faster, and you can, because the answer is always yes.
So I guess one of the big things I've learned from 4 years is that obviously, as everyone else has said, you have to be physically tough. You have to be prepared to fight through some mental aspects, and you got to be able to push through and survive the pain. But as well, you just have to be you have to be emotionally tough. Like, this sport is not super it's not the easiest sport. You're gonna have rough races. You're gonna feel low. You're gonna be disappointed in yourself. You're gonna be mad at yourself at times, and that can completely derail a season if you let that control you, and it can just ruin it, because you need to be having fun with this. If you want to survive, you have to have fun with it. And if you're just getting too bogged down and having a bad race or having a bad workout, you're just not gonna have fun. You're gonna lose your motivation, and it's just not gonna go well. So you need to learn to move on from stuff and to keep stuff in perspective. I guess it's also applicable to this right now, this situation we're in, just being able to keep stuff in perspective and not get too bogged down with everything else going on in the world, and not with your recent surroundings, and just being able to keep upbeat and keep happy. It will improve your season. It'll let you have more fun.
Being part of this team is a really, really unique experience with so many different people that you don't normally get to meet, and you get to share a collaborative effort to have success together, whether that be your own individual PRs and helping them through workouts so that they can get their PRs, or even being able to help contribute to a team title.
Being a thrower for 4 years and just experiencing the field side of track and field has taught me incredible life lessons and skills, always being motivated for something, setting goals, enjoying my time with my friends, all of that. And track and field basically wraps it all up in one nice, neat package. And I am incredibly thankful that I was able to get this opportunity to experience track and field with all my friends and compete in such an incredible environment.
If I could go back and change things, I think what I would want to do is I would want to try to race every race as if it were going to be my last one. Obviously, during the season, we didn't know that our last one was going to be our last, and I think it'd be interesting to see if people, knowing it had been their last, what would have changed.
The athletes that don't focus on the numbers and just focus on getting better are the athletes that end up improving more than the athletes that are focused on the numbers. Make yourself better, and that as a whole will make the team better.
I would say one thing that was definitely the highlight, something I've always kind of embraced in track, is definitely that sense of community, that sense of friendship that I've always had. And it was for that reason I wish I did cross country and track sooner, because I didn't start until sophomore year, as I've made so many of my best friends just from those sports alone, especially in comparison to, because a lot of you probably know, I did football freshman year, and there was kind of that sense of animosity between players sometimes, where I didn't always feel welcomed by everyone. But I remember joining cross country, and it was just a complete breath of fresh air, just how everyone was so welcoming towards each other. And it's for that reason that I kind of say to all you people, all you rookies, veterans, so on, to really embrace that sense of community, because it's very valuable, not just for the sake of establishing friendships, but also for your own improvement. Because for me, when I see other people working hard it pushes me to work harder, because I think that it would be an insult to not put in the same degree of effort as everyone else is. And also that just to know that when you work hard, when you push yourself, you're not just improving yourself, you're improving other people, and you're motivating them to work hard, and then everyone else gets better from your efforts and vice versa.
I think like the most important thing is making connections with people and building friendships with people, because there are people on this team that I'm super close friends with, but I probably never would have met them if I hadn't done track and field.
It's just the friendship and bond you build with people in and out of your community through track is an incredibly unique opportunity that's just with that sport.
I just feel very grateful to have been part of such an amazing community. I never really thought that this is how things would turn out. Like, I didn't think at the start of high school, oh, like I'm gonna be part of a track team or cross country team and love it, but now I can't imagine my life without it.
So I know Jeff's in the call. I didn't get the opportunity to personally thank Jeff for the past 4 years. It's been incredible working with you. Your analogies, your experience, your just bubbly attitude. I don't know, it's like really contagious or something.
Bradford and Vishal were definitely two people that were very inspiring to me, because I remember last year, the Dublin Distance Festival, I was like saying, oh, like I want to break 11, I want to break 11. And then I think it was Bradford who brought it up. He was like, oh, we should all like draft on each other. And it was like me, Bradford, and Vishal all saying like, yeah, we're going to draft off each other. We're going to break 11. And then we did. And it was just so amazing, just that kind of coordinated effort and how we all kind of chained off each other, how we kind of like bounced off each other and helped each other through that race. And it was because of that, it's probably my most fond memory of track in terms of like a specific event.
Individually, I love the mile. I really like just being able to pace it out. As Coach Walsh often reiterated to us, and often Andy and you, pace, position, kick. I love to tell myself that before races, or tell that to especially rookies who are running the race for the first time, because it helps me break up the laps and get through it. And I like the third lap, because that's the lap where you try to catch everybody, and I don't know, I get excited for it. And so then the mile goes by fast, but it's also just, it starts the meet off on a usually hopefully good note, which is fun. And then you get to watch your teammates run the rest of the races and cheer them on. But I'm also a big fan of relays, like Bob Warren relays. I love that meet because we do the 4 by mile, which we never do. We only do it at Bob Warren. And that one's fun because it's a mile, obviously. But then you're also sharing it with everybody. So for me, it felt, when I run relays like that, or like even the DMR, it feels a little bit more meaningful knowing that I have to run for my teammates as well, not just for myself.
It's not easy like a lot of other things, and like it's something that's always going to be challenging no matter how like gifted you are or how talented you are. There are other sports where like I guess like if you're like have good hand-eye coordination, just naturally like you'll just be good at it and you won't have to work very hard. But in track and field, like it's always going to be hard no matter what, and you just have to accept that from the beginning.
One of the sentiments I've shared with some of my teammates is the saying that I like to repeat in my head when I'm having a bad race or a tough workout, or just like even lacking a little bit of motivation, and that's just why not me. And it helps me to know, like, if I am struggling through something or I feel maybe down or whatnot, when I say why not me, it gives me some motivation to say I can get through this, I can push through it. And I think it's really important to understand that the mental aspect is just as important, if not more important, than even the training aspect. So like if you can set your mind to something, you can do it. And if you're struggling, just why not you? Why can't you be number one? Why can't you get the PR? Like there's nothing stopping you except yourself.
I think it just like proves that you need to trust like the process. You need to follow along, you need to work hard, because you know I was a freshman, I think I was like 5'4" and I weighed like 100 pounds, and it was not pretty. People were there, they saw it, it was not pretty. And so as you know, you put the time and you put the hours in, the improvement is slow and gradual, but you just have to trust that it will come, and you have to believe in your coaches, you have to trust your coaches, Angela's here. She saw it. I had the trust in Angela, and she had also had to trust in me that I would put the work in, I would follow the process. And it's just what I learned is the results do come and the improvements do come if you believe and if you follow the process. So just stay strong and stay upbeat and stay motivated.
I think going into my junior year track season, I was like coming off a pretty big injury from my cross country season before, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't really think that I'd ever like get back to where I was, or like I didn't really think that I'd be able to like run super well again. But thankfully, I guess Mia Travis was going through pretty similar things, so just having her with me doing the same thing, like running then biking day in and day out, and just having her to like joke around with and kind of make the best of a bad situation was pretty good.
I just want to say, like we've already mentioned, have fun while it lasts, because it's going to go quick. You're on a great team, do a great sport, and also it's going to be one of the best teams you'll ever be on in your whole life. So just enjoy it while it lasts and have fun.
Goodbye, guys, and good luck. See ya. But yeah, good luck, guys. You got this.